So, y'all, I'm sitting here in my truck. If you hear the engine, that sound, if you hear that sound in the background, that's what it is. Hopefully you can still hear me clearly. I'm out in Georgia, on actually the state line of Georgia. Got to go out to Alabama first thing, right? And I saw this shit earlier on Instagram about y'all's forever president, Obama. Okay. Now understand that immediately when I read the headline and Obama pulling institutional constraints out of his ass, I laughed at first. Not gonna lie to y'all, all right? I laughed at this because, come on, man. Obama says institutional constraints kept him from commenting on killings of black Americans. Now, to deal with this thing truthfully, fairly, I gotta touch on a couple different things, man. When I saw people posting about this and lighting Obama's ass up, as they should, as we're gonna get to here in a minute, I saw people being dishonest. And I don't like when black people have fallen so deep in their delusion that we start being dishonest about how we act on a daily basis. If Obama is saying there were institutional constraints, it is the equivalent of some of y'all who say, well, I can't be pro-black all up at work or I'll get fired. It's the exact equivalent. That same mentality, and this is one of the things that kills me about this Obama shit, the people who feel what he's saying, the people who understand him, who will continue to allow him to talk like this, they're cool with it because they understand. Oh, they would have killed him, right? They would have threatened his family. These are the types of excuses that he's able to give because he did not address. As a matter of fact, what he did when y'all was going ham out there in Baltimore, I want to say it was Freddie Gray, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, he was calling black folk thugs. Now, we understand thugs is coded language that the caves use to describe black people. Obama got his so-called black ass up in public, and that's what he had to say to black folk. At that point, I would think whatever illusion you had fallen under, hearing him talking about dreaming and shit, and hope and shit, right? At that moment, he expressed to you whose side he was on. Y'all let him slide. Y'all was like, I feel what he's saying. Ain't no reason to act like that, right? But you're supposed to understand by now that the caves use coded language like thug to describe black folk. This is their language. They do not refer to their own as thugs. They've defined black equals thug. That's what the language did. That's how they used it. He said that, right? Wasn't no institutional constraints on saying nothing like that. He was able to get that clean through there. No problem, no nothing, right? Was able to sign the blue alert law, looking out for the cops, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up. No problem, no issue. Smiled. Blue Lives Matter. That's what he did. That shit that some of y'all holding Joe Biden responsible for right now, making that deal with Israel, like, it's just, that was Obama. Like, he signed that. Now, this does not mean that Joe Biden ain't trash, ain't complete anti-black trash. What it does mean, though, that this is not a fucking democracy. When somebody can get in that position and be controlled, what they are telling you at that point, what they're exposing to you at that point, is that this shit is fake. There is no reason for anybody else to even believe that the president shit is real. That's what you really should get from it. Now, we know most of y'all are going to be stuck in fanaticism, so you're just going to look at it as something Obama said, and your silly dumb ass going to get up and clap. Because that's as far as you've made it in your development. Oh, shit. You still crawling. And we've been trying to show your ass how to walk the whole time. This motherfucker basically told you this shit ain't real. If there's a such thing as institutional, something bigger than the president, controlling the president, institutional, these are corporations that should let you know this shit is not really real. You going to vote is a fallacy. It's an idea. It's an illusion. It's a mirage. There is nothing real taking place now that this nigga has put out here institutional constraints. That shouldn't be possible to happen to a president. At least this is what most of you motherfuckers believe. He said he had institutional constraints. Corporations controlling the shit out of him, i.e. an oligarchy like we've been talking about, a plutocracy like we've been talking about. He's telling you, okay, I couldn't do shit, my hands was tied. It was some institutional constraints out here holding me back. But that's just another excuse that this motherfucker is using. Same one y'all use to sit around and justify you acting white to be accepted by white. It's the same thing. Same shit y'all do trying to keep a job, so-called, just cooning it the fuck up somewhere, letting somebody disrespect the shit out of you because you don't want to lose your job. This is Obama's explanation for why he didn't look out for y'all, why he played with y'all for 8 years. That's what he's saying. He's admitting it. The plan is to not look out for black folk. That's the plan. That's governmental. So this is where he's calling institutional. That's the entire government, the entire system. The entire system is vested in keeping you the fuck down. Not saying they've succeeded completely, but I'm saying that there is an ambitious effort, a concerted effort to keep black people down. Even though we rise above in the most fucked up conditions, their job is to keep those conditions fucked up, and thus we having to work as hard as we do. That's what's happening. Everybody has a vested interest in that. From your president to your mayor, to your senator, to your police chief. And if you don't see by now that this entire fucking government is anti-black, then you're choosing not to see it. Now, some people will act like, well, if you bring up these type of issues, then you complaining and shit like that. This is really not about complaining. This is about seeing, understanding what the fuck is going on. As opposed to this entire fucking country telling us this shit don't even exist. It's in your head. Y'all overreacting. That's what they telling us. conspiracy theorist and all this shit they throw out here. This motherfucker used the word institutional. So that's that shadow hand shit. That's what they do. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna let Obama off the hook for this. You're gonna find some reason to, act like he didn't say what he just fucking said. Even if he's using it as an excuse, this shit really be happening. Corporations really, really run this nation. They control shit. And one of the items on their list of objectives is to keep black people as far down as possible. Keep them arguing amongst themselves. Keep them worshiping celebrities. Keep them in this state on their knees praying. There is a vested interest, governmental vested interest, into keeping you in this state. That's real. That is real. And it won't cause he so-called black. That's how they treat these motherfuckers. This is why this nation is able to be anti-black all at the same time. Like, that's what enables that to be able to be a reality. The whole nation, anti-black. No matter where you go, it's a motherfucking cave somewhere being racist. You got laws that's racist as fuck to target black people all over this fucking nation. Getting shot down, seen as threats, thugs. This is real. Still getting found lynched everywhere out here. They ruling the suicides. Still. An entire government have to be okay with that for that to be a thing happening. They have to be. Or you dump all your resources into fighting that. You don't continue a silly ass war on drugs, dumping billions of dollars into that waste of fucking time. You put it into fighting institutional racism, if you give a fuck. If and only if. I learned that in fucking philosophy when I was in college and shit. If and only if. Alright? These motherfuckers be playing. And they send puppets out here like fucking Obama and his wife, because we cannot leave her out getting vaccinated, smiling and shit, just leading black people to slaughter. And y'all forgiving some of these people too. I noticed that about y'all too. Y'all really forgiving some of these motherfuckers that's leading you to slaughter, and you forgiving them. Still fucking with them. Like, no one asked you what you doing with your vaccine. These celebrities only do that shit because they know that y'all are a sheep ass motherfucking culture. They know when you see them all cheesing with their little fucking silly ass sticker and shit, they know that you gonna follow them. They know that shit. That's why they're not doing no super pro black shit, because they know y'all might fuck around and follow that. They don't want to do that. They can't go super pro black because of institutional constraints, but we'll push a vaccine out here on them though. We can do that. Ain't no institutional constraints against that. That's cool. They don't promote nothing healthy or feeding the pride of black people at all. That's all it is to it. These are facts. Y'all like to deny them. The only ones they'll let get out here a little bit will be them ones that's telling you that's saying some, semi-pro-black shit, but then telling you to go vote Democrat. They'll let them get a couple steps ahead of the militant, see through all the bullshit pro-black people. It's different ones, man. It's different levels. Like, people that see it. Not just how racism works, but how this government works off of racism as well. How it conducts itself and the benefits that it reaps from racism and racist practices. But Obama was just another motherfucker these corporations sent out here. He knew what the fucking game was when he got in there. He knew he wasn't doing shit for black people. Ain't doing shit for black folk now. Now he just want to talk about his experiences as a president. Like, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck wants to hear from you? Nobody gives a fuck about what you talking about. You were in there for 8 fucking years, bruh. Like, nobody wants to hear how much you really cared deep down, or, you know, they was holding me back. Nobody wants to fucking hear that now. You're out of there. And then you came in here and backed Joe Biden, who's anti-black as fuck, and then acted like he won't, like Joe Biden just won't no motherfucking racist ass cave. Like, he wouldn't come put him out here like he was cool. Same thing him and his wife did with the fucking Bushes. They gonna try to come act like they don't like Trump. Like, man, ain't nobody paying y'all. Y'all motherfuckers play a lot of games, man. That's how we gotta start treating these motherfuckers. We need to start side-eyeing these motherfuckers heavy, because they play games with us at all times. But that's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. I wanted to talk about this shit because, I mean, I tell y'all, when I say black people dumb as hell for some goddamn Obamas, that's not the only thing black folk dumb for. But when it comes to them motherfuckers, man, it's like, oh my God, they didn't even do nothing. Like, them motherfuckers can wave and niggas is losing their mind. Like, it's ridiculous, man. And he's saying shit like this, knowing he gonna get it. Most black people gonna side with him, understand where he's coming from. Because I told y'all, most of y'all real scared around white folk anyway. So y'all get it. Like, I let myself be disrespected by white people every day. So, you know, I feel you. Yeah, a lot of y'all is in that situation, acting like y'all not in that situation. And I don't like that, because I know how y'all act out here. And I get to talk shit because I act like this at all times. Ain't nothing disrespectful about it to me, because I think what black people have done with, you know, in-your-face style pro-blackness, like if you ask me a fucking question, I'm going to answer it. I'm not about to bite my tongue or play with you. Like, don't involve me. Hey, this is me. So next time you might want to think about it. But I'm not about to lie. I'm not about to soft shoot coon. I'm not going to let you say disrespectful shit about black folk while I just stand there and kiki and laugh and act like, well, I'm not those black people, so at least y'all uplift me over them. I'm different, right? Yeah, tell me I'm different. Pat me on my motherfucking head. Nah, I'm not that type of black folk. That's what kind of makes up most black people. And that's what needs to change. And when that changes, when we stop looking to be pet on the head by these motherfucking caves, then I feel like that'll be the energy that we need to change this shit. To let these motherfuckers know we see him. Obama, we let y'all get away with it, alright? Because we wasn't gonna kill him or nothing, right? But we see what y'all did, right? Like, we see what y'all did, and we see what he allowed y'all to do, right? And we gonna hold him accountable for that. Alright? Y'all comment if you feel need to comment. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. And we been knew Obama won't shit when y'all voted for him the first time. I'm out.